TEIDP, Technology Enhanced Instructional Digital Presentation. My name is Ian Duncan. I'm doing this for coursework for a master's program at GCU. Safety first at all times requires schools have internet safety awareness programs. Programs include cyberbullying and other current issues in education. There's an interesting use of words. Schools subject to SIPA must monitor their use, but are not required to track their use. Health is a big concern in regard to moderation of use and having healthy interactions in person. There are factors with vision, on screen time, posture and ergonomics to support healthy growth. ISTET, formerly NETS, the International Standards for Technology Educators for Teachers. What's the ethical behavior in response to digital citizenship? How do we address diversity? What is digital etiquette? How do we model responsible, appropriate use? These are all great questions that as a technology coach, you're going to want to answer. What about students? What do we expect the kids to do? There are many ways for students to misuse technology, both by accident and on purpose. What's the most frequent misuse of technology examples in your classroom? What are the district's expectations for students? Some important conversations to have with staff and students is to go over the district expectations in regard to the student's handbook, review the agreement that parents and students are required to complete, and establish what is a standard practice with regard to how they're interacting on the internet. Why are they important? We're all adrift in the technological ocean. Provide a map and a compass to find our way to our destination. We want the current and future users of the internet to have a complete understanding of the expectations of ethical and legal use to prevent theft of intellectual and artistic property. Being inspired by something you find is great. Using what you find as your own is illegal, unless you have an agreement with the creator or the creator provides it as an open source and does not expect it to be protected. How do we implement it? Some things to think about are this. Access for all can be provided in a one-to-one ration of technology, school, or pairing up to provide access to as many students as possible. Keeping the technology use to when the students are at school does not put students of a low opportunity at a disadvantage. One of the complaints teachers have in trying to figure out which students do not have the means to support technology at home is rather challenging because when you talk about finances, it can be a little bit personal and tends to be sensitive. Making sure all the technology happens at school prevents that problem and tries to maintain an equal playing field for all students regardless of need. Encouraging a healthy curiosity about the world and who lives in it provides for exploration and support of diverse experiences and ideas in the classroom. Cultural understanding stems from connection between cultures through the use of technology. Global awareness is achieved through connection to events in other countries and historical significance around the world. The internet provides opportunities to safely explore the world from the comfort of a classroom. We only get one Earth, so let's enjoy it responsibly. With the rapidly changing nature of gathering information and communication, it becomes important that people at a young age already know how to use technology such as smartphones, computers, apps, and the internet, how to understand exactly how these things work, and how to create content and share it responsibly. This set of skills is summarized under the label of digital literacy, according to learningscientist.org. We are past exchanging information, Web 1.0. We are easing out of creating content with Web 2.0. We are into using machines to access information and communicate what we are with Web 3.0. Using automation from our personal devices and interacting with Siri and Alexa or Hey Google, we can control things remotely from our own personal devices. Where does that put us in the future? How do we secure the networks that these things control and run on so that we don't accidentally give someone else control of the things we use in our daily lives? All of our electronic lives are woven together because we use the same strands to communicate, yet our personal electronic network is a wad of twine all in its own, with the algorithms of YouTube, Google, and Netflix using our information to try and predict our likes and behavior. Providing opportunities for students to share and take ownership of their path for learning is where the Web 3.0 begins to harness the creativity of students and the resources of technology. If you let the need drive the technology, it will be an easy fit and well received. If you try to drive the technology into the class without the need, then you will experience many roadblocks to success. Square peg, round hole versus round peg, round hole. If you're only comfortable being the expert as the teacher, you will struggle to roll out new technologies. Being comfortable with the fact that students together will discover many more options and cool things about your technology than you can is a great thing. They buy into the work and you get support in creating a great environment to learn in. Technology is a great way to bring subjects together that are often cloistered in their own fiefdoms. The collaborative nature of Google Classroom, suites, docs, sheets, slides, and forms allows for students to ask one another questions, collect data, and create projects, and all of it is legible because it's typed. Turnitin has its time and date stamp. The important part is to make the connections between the content areas and the cross-curricular concepts. Technology allows for students to follow their interests together with little input from the teacher. Because the student is leading the interest in the intrinsic value of the content and discovery. Projects allow for multi-subject overlap and cross-curricular application to any subject. The district has a strict policy around legal and ethical use of technology. I've put together a top 10 list of things that you really need to consider as a technology coach and teacher using technology in the classroom. Here's the first 5. As teachers, we're also students and can learn from each other. Collaborate, and collaborate. One person's mistake may be a goldmine of discovery in improving the process. Our students are digital natives, and this provides them with something they are familiar with and like even when they're not very sure about it. Let the students teach you. It's one of their favorite things to do. The process is the teacher. You are the facilitator. Here are my references. I hope you enjoyed it.